SoFi investors, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. In today's episode, I'm going to show you guys how to collect premium with your SoFi shares by selling covered call options. I love covered call options. I sell weeklies, monthlies, 6 months out, 12 months out, all collecting premium along the way. My success rate is well over 90%. I'm going to show you my strategy both on Charles Schwab and Robinhood so you can learn how to make money with your SoFi shares. But in order to sell covered call options, you need at least 100 shares of SoFi stock. All right, guys, I'm going to go over to my brokerage account and show you just how I sell covered calls and make extra cash with my SoFi shares. SoFi investors, if you could do me a huge favor before we get started, it's a great free way to support the channel. Make sure you smash that like button. And if you like this SoFi content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you take a look at the left-hand side of your screen, you can see all of my SoFi options, covered call options. I sell a ton of them all throughout the next couple of years, right? All the way down to up to $35 calls. I also sell some puts. As you can see, we're crushing it with the puts, all in the green, right? All right, SoFi investors, if you take a look at this column right here from quantity, day change, price, cost per share, gain, loss, expiration date, in the money, all of these different categories for our options. As you can see, I do have two $10 calls for SoFi expiring on Friday. I am underwater on those call options that I sold way back when it was like $6, $7 per share. So my break even was $10.87 because each one cost me 87 cents. Times that by 100, so I got $87 for each one of these options. But as you can see, all of these options are out of the money, man. So we are consistently making money on these options as they get closer and closer to their expiration date, guys. So that's my only really bad SoFi option. So how do I determine when I sell my options, right? So what I like to do is go to the Bollinger Bands. You can go on Tip Ranks, which I'm on right now, and you put in click on Bollinger Bands. When it goes to studies, right, it'll be a drop down menu and you click on Bollinger Bands, and then you could select the time frame. I like to do 6 months, right, and then you can shorten it to 3 months, 1 month, whatever you want to take a view at. So this gray area right here that we see, this is the bottom, this is the top. So this is kind of the range of where SoFi is trading at, and obviously the red arrows is the stock price, right? So you could see where the bottom is around, in the last 6 months in that $8 to $9 range, right? And then the top we could see all the way up here around $18, right? So that's the band in which I want to trade these options on. So I'm going to trade some options with you guys live, right? So if we go up, you can see I sell a ton of options, tons of covered calls, pretty crazy, right? So if we go to my SoFi shares, in this account, I currently own 4,525 shares of SoFi stock. So what I do is I go to options chain, right? And then this little interface will put up, and then I'm going to go over to calls. And these are the amount of strikes. I always like to go all, and I like to do all as well. So I do like to trade weeklies and bi-weeklies as well as some farther out options. You can go out up to 577 days here on Charles Schwab. I like to do them about, 2 to 3 weeks out. So look at July 11th. And a sneaky thing I like to do is like July 3rd, right? That's around 4th of July. And if you take a look at your calendar, right, 4th of July comes in on a Friday, right? So this option period is going to be actually a day shorter. So sometimes these people buying the options forget that they have one less day for their option to be in the money, right? So right now we could see SoFi is trading at 14.43, and we take a look. The bid is what you're going to end up getting, right? So I like, this $7 one right here, right? So the last one was at 6 cents. This one's at 7 cents. Remember, because it's 100 shares, you times that by 100, and then you get the $7, right? So for me, this means I win this trade if SoFi stock is below the strike price on 7/3 of $17. I'll get to keep this $7. So I'm going to review it here for you guys. and then boom, the order is received. And it falls into that Bollinger Band in which we were talking about, right, guys? So this one's at $17. And if you take a look at the band, where we're at over the last couple months, we haven't seen this Bollinger Band in that $17 range at all. It hasn't been there since about March, right? So I think we're in the safety zone, and I think we'll be able to collect some premium here and not have to give our SoFi shares away. So what happens is if SoFi stock is over that $17 by the strike price, I have to sell my shares at $17 no matter what the SoFi stock price is. If it's at $50 per share, I get crushed on this option. But you can buy them back as the price increases and decreases. That's up to your discretion, right? Now, let's go over to Robinhood. A lot of people like to trade options on Robinhood, right? It's the same setup, but I do like, we'll do this one out a little farther. We'll go, let's say August 15th, right? And the chance of profit you can see in this scale right here. And the higher the strike price, the higher your chance of profitability, right? And you can see the break even price here based on the premium that you are collecting, right? So in August, because earnings, it's going to be after earnings, and you always want to check out the earnings date, right? Because there's going to be a lot of more volatility in the stock price closer to earnings, right? So we got to take that into consideration when we trade these options. So this option is about 60 days away. So I don't want to get too greedy. I like this, let's say $16 strike price at $21. So our break even would be $21 and 17 or 16 cents depending on where this actually fills, right? And then if we take a look, our total credit will be $16, and that means we want this to be under $21 by August 15th. If it's over, then we don't get any more money over that. But the stock is trading in the $14 range, so we'll still make a bunch of money leading up to that $21. But after that, we won't make any more money, and then the other side of the trader will win this option, right? But SoFi has to go up, almost, $7 a share for us to have to sell our shares, and I'm okay with that risk, right? So I'm going to go review order, and then boom, you'll see if it fills, and it filled right away. So that is great. So we got our $17 credit. So you can take that $17 and go buy another share of SoFi. But so with this particular option on August 15th, SoFi needs to be below $21 for us to win this trade. If it's over that, we still make a lot of money because we have shares right now at $14.43. So we'll make money up until $21, but say if it runs to $30 in that time, the difference between 21 and 29, the other side of the trader will win that money. All right, guys, that's my strategy that I use. I love looking at the Bollinger Band and kind of determine where I'm comfortable trading these options. So this is a 6-month chart. So in the last 6 months, the highest the Bollinger Band went to was around $18.20. So anything over that, we've never even gotten there yet. So that's why I'm comfortable trading this option at that price. I use the bottom one for my cash secured puts and the top for my covered calls. And then if you want to go in the 3-month time frame, you'll see, the top of the Bollinger Band in the last 3 months was around $17, right? So I don't want to sell my covered calls really less than $17 if I'm going out in that time frame of like a month, 2 months, 3 months, guys. All right. I hope this is a strategy that you guys will use to earn extra cash, right? And I also like selling, leaps that are like almost a year out from now. So June 18th is about a year away, and then you can see all the days away. So I want to trade within this calendar year. So I'm going to do another live SoFi cover call for you guys, right? $23. There's no volume. So we want to check the higher the volume, the higher the chance of your option getting bought by somebody else. Because remember, you're the seller. So someone's got to buy this option in order for you to make money, right? So in December, I don't love these prices. So I'm going to change the the strike price. Let's go a little bit closer. Let's go do November 21st, right? I like that a little bit better, right? So we could do, how about we do this $20 call, and we're going to get, the mid is around 70, it just went up to $81. So I want to chase this up a little bit to right under the mid, and that's where the sweet spot is. It pretty much always gets filled if I do like one tick below the mid. So for this particular trade, you'll see there, I'll make 80 bucks. So my break even is $20.80. So as long as SoFi is under $20.80 by November, what is it, 21st, I will win this trade. I'll get to keep my 80 bucks and my SoFi shares. If it's over that, then I'm going to have to sell my shares at 20 bucks. So I'm going to place that order, guys, and we are in. Guys, if you like this kind of SoFi content, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.